What is up, y'all? Happy Monday. Welcome back to More Money Mondays. Welcome back to More Money Mondays. I am super excited to start this week off with you guys. Listen, it is officially, is this the fourth Monday of the year? Yeah, it is the fourth Monday of the year. So let's dive right in. And today I want you guys to come in commenting the word elevation. Come right into the chat. Hey, come right in. Hello, and comment the word elevation. Comment the word elevation. Thank y'all so much. All right, boom. What is up, YouTube? Comment the word elevation as you are coming in here. It is elevation season. I really believe that this year is that year. And I was talking about this a couple days ago on live. It was the middle of the night, so if you missed it, it's okay. And what we were discussing is that, since 2019, right? Let's be real. From 2019, early 2020, it has been a really hard time, right? How many of you guys feel like these last 3.5, 4 years have been difficult? Comment me if you can relate, right? Comment me if you can relate that these last few years, it's been a challenge. I feel like everyone I know has gone through significant changes in their life from 2020 to now. And this is all further accentuated by the fact that we had the pandemic, the panini, the panorama, whatever you want to call it. We had that. 2020, a huge part of the year, if not all of the year, those of us who are parents had to homeschool our children. Several people lost their job. I applied to over 50-something jobs in 2020 and wasn't hired, and thus I started my business. So a lot of challenges and also new beginnings have faced us in these last 3 to 4 years. And yeah, I see the memes, right? And I really believe that this is the year where it's starting to turn around. This is the year where it's turning, right? Last year, 2022, we were finally able to get settled into and heal from all of the challenges since 2019. And now that we have already started this healing journey, we've learned lessons. This is the year that we apply the lessons, and this is the year that we elevate. That is what is in the cards for you this year. This is the year that you apply the lessons, and this is the year that you elevate. And something that I want you to understand, and it's not going to be easy when you face it, but your elevation is going to require your separation. It's a requirement. And I've had to see this myself in just the last 60 days. I have separated from so many people, things, feelings, routines, habits. I mean, the biggest one that stands out to me is people, right? And maybe you guys have dealt with this. Do you guys feel like in the last couple months, relationships have changed for you, right? Relationships have changed for you. The way that you see yourself, the way that you see things has changed for you. That's because you're walking into your elevation season. And these two things go hand in hand. In order for you to elevate, in order for you to ascend to a new level, in order for you to grow, in order for you to harvest the seeds you have planted, you're going to have to separate yourself. And that can mean that you're separating yourself from people. That can mean that you're separating yourself from habits. That can mean that you're separating yourself from thoughts. That can mean that you're separating yourself from activities. Either way, in order to become this new version of yourself, you cannot possibly do things the same. You cannot possibly hang around people that make you feel the same way you used to feel. It cannot work. And so I want you to prepare yourself for that separation. And, as it happens, right? As you start to notice differences in your relationships, as you start to notice differences in what you have a desire to do and what you don't have a desire to do, I want you to lean into that. And something that we talked about in the middle of the night on live 2 nights ago is that so much of the time we take a lot personal, right? We take it personal that things start to change in our life, or people start to change, or habits start to change, or even opportunities start to change. But I want you to recognize that where you're going is long term. You are on a 10, 20, 30, 40 year trajectory. You are creating something that, God willing, will become a permanent fixture in your life and in your family's life. The work that you are doing is going to sow permanent seeds. The work that you are doing is going to sow a permanent harvest. So what I don't want you to do is exchange a temporary person, a temporary thought, a temporary habit, a temporary activity, a temporary feeling for a permanent future. I need y'all to really hear me when I say this, because this came through so clear in the middle of the night on Saturday. I do not want you to exchange a temporary person, a temporary relationship, a temporary habit, a temporary activity, a temporary thought process for what is a permanent legacy, what is a permanent future, what is a permanent accomplishment, right? You are every day showing up for yourself to build your business. No matter what the sales are looking like right now, no matter what the opportunities are looking like right now, every day this is on your mindset, and that is because God planted the seed for you to go out and accomplish this. That is why you wake up with it every day. So knowing that about yourself, knowing that you are building something that will live beyond you, do not sacrifice that and cause permanent harm and damage to yourself to be loyal to a temporary habit, a temporary person, a temporary activity who is not meant to be a part of your legacy. Please don't do that. I feel as though this is your season of elevation, and in order for you to elevate, you have to honor yourself and you have to be loyal to yourself. And so that means the things that you used to do last year, if you were procrastinating, I still procrastinate. It is a challenge for me, but I know that in order for me to elevate in this year, I cannot do that anymore. If you used to go to bed last year without setting intentions for yourself and what you want your day to look like the next day, this year, you can't do it anymore. If you used to wake up every day and think negatively about your day and not set sales goals and not tell yourself, today is going to be the day I make more than I made yesterday. That one affirmation, if you were not doing that before, this is the year that you start. We cannot afford to carry some of the same habits, the same thought processes, even sometimes the same people into this year as you are going into your elevation season. And what I want you to know is there is enough space for them and there is enough space for you. And you cannot lose. Somebody comment, I cannot lose. Somebody comment, I cannot lose. Somebody comment, I cannot lose. I need you to know that. I need you to feel that the same way you wake up and take a breath in the morning, and God willing, we keep doing this for years to come. That in that same breath you take, I need you to tell yourself, I cannot lose. Because what I am building is permanent. And God has given me the idea to go and build this So whoever is meant to be on that journey, whatever habits I need to carry me through, whatever activities I need to walk with me on that journey, I am confident that they will come to me, and I am confident that the ones I don't need will go. That is all, and that is it. That is where you need to be. Because again, your elevation is going to require your separation. It just is. And I don't want you to go to a place where you feel like it is your fault. It isn't your fault. Your next version of you is calling. Last year was your time to visualize who you wanted to become. This year is your year to become her. Somebody comment the word becoming. Somebody comment the word becoming. You are becoming that highest version of yourself. Last year, you could see her or him, to my fellas in here. Last year, you could see it. You could visualize it. You understood, and you started thinking of what it would feel like to live as the highest version of yourself. You made vision boards. You manifested. You wrote down the type of life that you want to live, the type of man you want to have, the type of woman you want to have, the type of experiences you want to have. You wrote all that down because why? 2020 and 2021 exposed us to the fact that there is so much opportunity out here. So last year, you really recognized, wait a minute, I don't have to limit myself. I really can go out there and get it. And this year, that higher version of yourself that you visualized in 2022, this year, that higher version is calling you and saying it's time to step up. You created me last year. So this year, I need you to become me. She's calling you. And that higher version of yourself that you are becoming, that version and the version that you were last year, they don't do the same things. They might not hang out with the same people. They don't have the same habits. They don't have the same processes. They don't have the same income level. They don't have the same bank account balance. Everything in your life this year is going to elevate. And the way that you are going to make that happen is to ensure that you are allowing it to flow. And again, not sacrificing your permanent legacy for a temporary situation, for a temporary feeling, for a temporary habit, for a temporary relationship. You're going to have to let a lot of things go. And that is a great thing. Every time you face a change, every time you face a challenge, every time you feel hurt by something or someone, or anytime you start noticing like, wait, this doesn't feel the way it used to, that's how you know you're becoming another version of yourself. That's how you know you're becoming another version of yourself. Because if you cannot tolerate the things you used to tolerate, if it doesn't align with your spirit, if it's not sitting well in your spirit, that's because your spirit is going to another plane and you need to go along with it. Your destiny and our time on this earth, all of it is with the goal of ascending and getting back to God. And what I believe is that in that process of ascension, right, we come, we grow, we become adults, we learn, we try things, we go after it, we pray, we receive ideas, we try ideas. All of that is because we are taking steps towards becoming the highest self that God has destined for us to be. Each one of you have your own ideas, your dreams, all the things that you want to accomplish in your life. You have a business idea that I could not even fathom because it was not assigned to me. You have a life idea that I could not fathom because it was not assigned to me. I have business ideas that you could not fathom because they were not assigned to you. Each of us are going after the highest version of ourselves that was destined for us from the time we were born. And you have to recognize that on that process of you becoming that highest version of yourself, The people that you started with are not going to be the people that you finish with. The habits that you started with are not going to be the habits that you finish with. The food that you used to eat, that's not going to be the food that you eat when you get into the version of becoming your highest self. Every time God takes something away, it's replaced with something better. And I want to use my own life as an example for you all. When I got divorced in 2019, that was an extremely hard time in my life, as I'm sure you can imagine, right? I was married for almost 8 years. And at that time, I had just given birth to twins. So I'm postpartum, right? I'm going through divorce. I got to move back home to my mom's house. I had to travel alone in the airport with 4 children and 3 full suitcases while breastfeeding in 2019 to get back to Los Angeles, California. That was one of the hardest times in my life. And I couldn't understand why this was leaving me at this time. I lost my job and my marriage in a 3-month time span. I couldn't understand why there was so much loss happening at the same time. But look at what I lost and then look at what I gained. I want you to think about every time you've lost something in your life that was a challenge for you and that was painful for you. And I want you to think about, what did you gain a year, 2, or 3 years after? Because God is going to assist you on this path of becoming the highest version of yourself. And that is why I want you to know, no matter what you lose, you will always gain more. I am here now. I have been able to build this business. I have been able to build my own academy and online school where I'm educating amazing business owners just like you on how to scale. I got a new husband. Can we just shout out to my new husband? Can we just shout out to God real quick for my new husband? Everything you lost is just a down payment for what you are about to gain. Somebody comment the word down payment. Everything you lost is just a down payment for what you are about to gain. That is why do not replace your permanent legacy for a temporary situation. I could not have known that what I was going through and who I was going through it with. I could not have known that my ex was a temporary fixture in my life. I thought that I was going to stay married my whole life. But God had to show me, you got other places to go. And this one has to go. This one has to end. So I need you to lean in when you start to see that situations, opportunities, habits, people are falling away from your life. God is stepping in. God is stepping in right now. And God is letting you know you're going somewhere else and they're going somewhere else too. Because what I want you to know is God is responsible for all his children. So you have another path to go to and they have another path to go to as well. And it just means that your time is just separated. Your habits with that activity are just, they're not meant to be. That activity can belong to somebody else, but it's no longer a part of your plan. Those thoughts that you used to have about yourself, they can belong to somebody else, but it's no longer a part of your plan. Everything you lose is a down payment for what you will gain. So you just continue to operate in your mode of excellence and becoming that highest version of yourself. And you continue to operate in the space of, this is your elevation season. This is your becoming her season, becoming him season. And you honor yourself and you remain loyal to that permanent legacy that is waiting for you. You remain loyal to that. And no, this does not mean that you become self-serving and you do not care for other people. You still keep the good heart that you have. You still keep the good heart that you have, but honor yourself. Honor yourself. And honor the fact that you know this is the season you've been waiting for. Whatever didn't work last year with your business, with sales, with your job, with a relationship, a friendship, whatever didn't work last year, I want you to let it go. I want you to let it go. I need you to recognize that you learned lessons from it, and this is the year where you apply the lessons. And that is why you are going to elevate. Because this is the year that you apply the hard lessons you learned last year so that then you can go forward and be better and become better and become more and achieve more and accomplish more. You have an opportunity to fully come into completion. Because you know what 2023 equals? 2 plus 0. Oh, I think my other one went off. Hold on. Okay, hey YouTube. Do you know what 2023 equals? 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. Equals 7. Do you know what 7 is? 7 is the number of completion. 7 is the number of completion. Somebody comment the word completion. Somebody comment the word completion. 7 is the number of completion. And what is complete does not lack. What is complete is not missing anything. What is complete is full. It is not empty. Completion. Completion. What is complete is not missing pieces. Yeah. Yeah, you're walking into it. You're walking into it. This is your elevation season. And it's gonna push you to make some decisions. It's gonna push you to look at how you can honor yourself. It's going to push you to look at how you can let go of some habits that were not honoring you. It's going to push you to be consistent and be committed to the promises that you make yourself. It's going to push you to be consistent and committed to the promises that you make yourself and to show up for yourself every day. Last year, we took some days off. Last year, you weren't 100% sure that you believed in yourself. Last year, you took some days off showing up for your business. You might have taken some months off showing up for your business. But this year, in order for you to achieve that elevation, you're separating yourself from laziness. You're separating yourself from fear. You're separating yourself from doubt. You're separating yourself from procrastination. You're separating yourself from people who bring that out of you. You're separating yourself. And sometimes it's going to look like a clean cut, no warning, cold turkey. That's how you know God is stepping in to make sure that this year you become the version of yourself that you kept praying for last year. You was praying for the life you wanted. You was praying for the version of yourself you wanted. This year, you will have to show up to have her. Is y'all ready? Somebody comment ready if you're ready. Somebody comment ready if you are ready. Because I know this is our year. A lot of amazing things are in store for you. Everybody's winning this year. Everybody is winning. Everybody is going to win. I see a lot of blessings on the way, and I see a lot of wealth building, and I see a lot of elevation, and I also see a lot of separation. And I need you to know that you are not going to exchange your permanent legacy for a temporary person, for a temporary habit, for a temporary situation, for a temporary thought. Because you're going very far places. And this is the year where you become her and you step into her. You are building something that is going to last beyond just right now. And these things are not just money and assets. You are building character. You are building self-worth that you will pass down through your legacy. People will speak of you, their grandma, their mother, their great-grandma, as she taught all of us to believe in ourselves because she became the highest version of herself. So when I talk to you guys about scaling your business, getting funding, understanding how to build wealth, understanding how to create passive income streams, it's because I care about helping our community to access entrepreneurship and build wealth. I will always care about that. But within that, I care about you becoming the person who has wealth. I care about you becoming the type of person that becomes the legacy builder of your family. Because that is a matter of character, not just a matter of the things that you go and buy. You will be the one that your family talks about 100 years from now. I just got to chill. That's what I need you to understand. Not only are you becoming the person that passes down wealth, you are becoming a wealthy person. Wealthy in confidence, wealthy in spirit, wealthy in kindness, wealthy in self-worth, wealthy in the way you regard yourself. All of that is wealth. So I want y'all, somebody comment, I am a wealthy person. Somebody comment, I am a wealthy person. Somebody comment, I am a wealthy person. Because you are becoming the version of yourself that is required in order to build that permanent legacy. That's what's happening this year. You're becoming that version of yourself. And it means you're going to go through tests, and it means you're going to separate from things and people and places. But it also means that you're going to become the person who is required to build that permanent legacy so that your great-grandchildren still know your name. That's what's happening this year. You are a wealthy person. That's what we all needed on this Monday. Oh, child. So this is what I want you guys to do. You guys know I do More Money Monday every Monday. Now, I took a couple Mondays off because I got married and I was out the country, but I was always thinking of y'all, okay? This is something we do every single Monday, and I want you guys to know, since we're speaking about legacy, I want you guys to come to my free class on Thursday where I am teaching about trust funds and asset protection. And what I want you guys to know is whether or not you are a 6-figure earner, 7-figure earner, it doesn't matter. Remember, you're building a permanent legacy, and in order for you to build that legacy, you need to have a trust fund. You need to be able to protect the assets that you are acquiring. So I want you to comment the words trust fund, comment trust fund in the chat. I am going to send you a message directly with a link to the free class. I'm going to send you the private link to the free class. Seats are almost gone, so I definitely want you to grab it ASAP. And don't forget to add on your prep kit. So comment trust funds in the chat, and I will send you a DM directly with a link to the class. You can comment trust funds, trust fund baby, just trust funds, okay? And I will send you a link to the class because, again, you are becoming the version of yourself this year that is required to go and make that legacy happen. And as such, you have to learn what it means to have a trust, how to get one, why you need one, and why you have to start taking your asset protection serious now. Okay? So I really want you guys to come to that class, all right? It is free. Don't forget to add on your prep kit. It's like $27 or something, so you can take great notes. And we are going to become the highest version of ourselves this year. Is y'all ready? Yes, trust fund. So if you guys check your DM, you should see that I'm sending you a message and sign up for class. Yes, I do have classes on funding, so many amazing things. You can also DM me the word funding and I will send that to you. But I'm very, proud of you guys. I love you all. Thank you again for coming to another episode. And I will see you guys in class on Thursday.